welcome to the first official video of the off-season push-up, people. Finally, it's been a long 16 weeks of this health phase, but we are fully rested and ready to go after the holiday to Spain. It was a good one, nice chill. If you followed the Instagram, you probably would have seen me in a nightclub the first night until 4 AM, but that's a story for another time. First things first, if you're watching this, please drop a like on the video if you are excited for the off-season. Drop a comment as well, let me know what you want to see from these videos. This also marks me being a trained by JP athlete for 1 month, and I've just had my September order. Everyone that has supported the discount code MAGIC10, I want to thank you very much, because Jordan texted me at the back end of last month when I was still in Spain saying I've crushed it with the discount code. So anyone that has used it, I appreciate it massively. Please continue to use it. Obviously it goes a long way. It helps you out because you save money, and it also helps me out because I get money, obviously. So I ended up falling within the top end of the whole athlete roster of Trained by JP, so appreciate it massively. But I've just had a few supplements. We've got some more cream of rice, glutamine. We've got the brand new clear ISO from Trained by JP as well. I can't actually use this because it still messes with my throat, just like a whey isolate. So wife is having that one, so that's strawberry. I've got the Old Faithful, do not fucking miss. I went through one tub. If you watch the last episode, if you haven't, go watch it after this. I did a tub in 20 odd days. So I ordered 2. I know, I got problems. We got some EAAs. There's another EAA as well, both in the fizzy blue bottle flavour. And then Prepare. I know I've got Do Not Fucking Miss, which is obviously the pre-workout. Prepare is also pre-workout, but the wife, she's actually in the gym, so she's on that. But she only does 1 scoop, and this is 40 servings. So if I ever fall short on that, I got a backup there. Pumpage, which is mine. Wife doesn't need that. Another EAA, which is the sour watermelon, and creatine, blue slushy. Not forgetting the all-important health subs. I've got Ensure, which is basically a glucose disposal agent. Omega Pharma Pro, 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝘶, I think there's another 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝘶 in there, and Heart Care, Vital Support, and M&M. So there we go. That's my this is typically what I'll be ordering from JP on a monthly basis. I'm putting it all in here because my office is rammed and I've got no space to store anything. So I need to shift things about in there so that I can actually put this on a shelf or in a cupboard or something, so it's not just like sprawled all over the place, because that's kind of how my office looks at the moment. I'm not even going to take you guys in there today because it's a joke, and I'm very ashamed. So off season started. I'm going to do some work this morning. I was supposed to be on a shoot. I was an hour up the road and I got a call to say the guys I was shooting with were ill, so home I came. So I'm going to do some work and then I'll get into a meal, fill you in on some of the details of off season, and then we will get to the gym for delts and arms.
Always speaking up, always for the athletes, all this stuff. He couldn't be bothered because he was only interested in his own stuff at that point, which unfortunately most of the athletes were. Brandon Mayweather, because I don't even know if the guy's going to be in the Olympics.
Yeah.
If Mayweather's, assuming he's in,
yeah,
and I'm also assuming that Rami is out because I haven't heard anything from Rami.
Yeah, I think he's out.
You know, you're being the athlete's rep. You know, you want to, call them out and discuss them. My thing is,
Sure.
I don't know if you watch the Muscle Discord podcast. This one, Matt, the guy that hosts it, he just loves the beef, loves to stir the pot up. It is actually quite a good podcast, so I'm not hating, even though I've got my own podcast. Check out The Beautiful Struggle. There's episodes uploaded weekly right now. Throwback episodes as well. I've had a couple of comments going, this is old. Yeah, it's obviously old. I'm just transferring them from the Beautiful Struggle podcast channel over onto this one, and then that one will be converted into I believe, a Magic Eye channel where all my work will be uploaded. That's the plan, like further down the line. Anyway, yeah, Matt loves the beef. Leave me out of that one, bruv. So, meal 2, down the hatch, out to Tupperware. Anyone relate to this? You got plates in the cupboard, but you're still sitting by the table eating out the Tupperware. Bodybuilding, hashtag bodybuilding. To be fair, this was all prepped obviously to go away because I was on the road, Pond Road, but I've come home early, so all my meals are prepped, which makes life easier because I'm editing. I can just bang them in the microwave and then get down my neck and then get back to it. So, off season, we are on day 4, Thursday. We got back from Spain on Friday afternoonish, so I had like half a day of food back in that day. Run to the gym because I'd taken a full week off, so I was quite fresh. And then Saturday I had to take another day off from the gym because I was filming all day at the Racetrack Rumble. Shout out to anyone I saw there. So 1.5 days of food and water and all that in the mix, and then I weighed Sunday. I was 228. Before I went away I was 234. I imagine my weight was probably lower than 228 when I got back, like maybe 226, 225. That's how quick my body will respond to like putting food back in. So I think bodybuilders, I've said this before, they're the only people that can go away on holidays. If they're not following their plan and they're relaxing, they'll lose weight. Everyone's like, how can you lose weight going away on an all-inclusive or whatever? Because we're normally eating 6 times a day, and when we're on holidays, we're eating, well, I was eating twice, sometimes 3 at a push, if the missus pushed me to eat. It was weird, but I didn't mind because I thought, let's just give my body rest, the digestion, a bit of rest as well. And then we know what is ahead of us starting from Monday. So, started the week off, 4,000 calories, which was kind of where I was maybe halfway through that post-show, pre-holiday phase. 350 protein, 500 carb, 80 fat. Same foods I've always eaten. Nothing fucking changes. We just eat more of the same. There's no secret to it. Train hard, eat more, add subs in if you can, if you're healthy, which obviously I am now after running 16 weeks of a long ass health phase. It's the same food, just eggs, bagels or sourdough bread, chicken, rice, minced beef, steak, sometimes reduced fat burgers, maybe some potatoes in there. That's pretty much it. Cream of rice is obviously in vegan protein. So those foods, those numbers, training right now is pretty much what I've been doing. I've been progressing, like throughout that period. I've definitely been progressing, so why kind of fix something that isn't broke? Callum may switch things up going forward. We'll see what happens, but right now we are still on the chest focus day with a little bit of a shoulder top up, some tries. It's not push because there's only one shoulder exercise, which is lateral raises. I do a back day, I do a leg day, I do a delts and arms day, majority of arms. There'll be like a couple of shoulder movements at the start and then into arms, and then density, which has been a staple for a long time now. So that's it. I'm going to finish some work off and then get my subs in and get to the gym for delts and arms. I will go into my cycle, so post training, while I'm on my food preps, I'll run through what I'm taking, because transparency and all that. I have tried and tried to get this rubber seal in the lid to sit in the thing. See it ping out then? And when I'm shaking my shaker, it's gone all over me. So I've fucking made an executive decision and I'm swapping shakers. I've had a fuckful. Anyway, pre-workout time. I'm not going to go into what I'm taking because you've seen that, but you can get it all from tbjp.com and use my code MAGIC10. Thank you very much. What I will say on supplements is that obviously we love to rave about them because I'm a sponsored athlete and all that, but none of this stuff will work if everything else isn't on point. You know, if your training's not on point, your diet, your hydration, your sleep and all that, you're kind of wasting your money with all this stuff. So make sure everything's on point before you go trying to save the day with supplements. They're there to add to what you've already got on point. And that comes down to like super subs as well. People will spend a load of money on gear expecting it to be some magical drug. It's not going to work, especially if everything else is off, and especially if you're dabbling with disco drugs as well. If you're mixing gym drugs and disco drugs together, you are asking for trouble. So, you know, pick your poison and all that, but make sure everything's on point before you go spending a fortune on the website. But when you do spend a fortune, magic 10, innit? Delta Arms, let's go.
Open up, I'm right outside, you know what's up. It's icy in my veins, boy, I'm cold as fuck. After battle, showing up. Why you talking? You don't know enough. I pull up at the door and tell her, open up. I'm right outside, you know what's up. It's icy in my veins, boy, I'm cold as fuck. After battle, showing up. Why you talking? You don't know enough. I pull up at the door and tell them, here we go with this again. They don't wanna listen, I'ma bring it to them simple, unsolicited. That's just my conditioning. Couldn't get the pieces to the puzzle fit, and they would rather quit than reposition it. I'm cracking up. You joking, right? I think it's time to pack it up. Problems from my past, we tryna patch it up. Nah, fuck it, rather double down and back it up. You might catch me acting up. Everyone was looking for the quickest way to eat. I was digging on my seeds, now I pick it from my trees. I don't have no fake ingredients, it's really what you see. Ready to mob, ready to be, standing outside in 100 degrees, yelling, open up. I'm right outside, you know what's up. It's icy in my veins, boy, I'm cold as fuck. After battle, showing up. Why you talking? You don't know enough. I pull up at the door and tell her, open up. I'm right outside, you know what's up. It's icy in my veins, boy, I'm cold as fuck. After battle, showing up. Why you talking? You don't know enough. I pull up at the door and tell them, what's the resolution? Might need retribution. I'ma always bounce back like a Wilson evolution. Where's the execution? Need direct solutions. People looking like they're doing shit's the best illusion. Why you keep on doing that? Seen them get the slightest of attention. True intentions have them moving like a sewer rat.
Post workout of dreams, standard, the same thing it's been, surprise surprise. 100 grams of cream of rice, TBJP, 60 vegan protein, TBJP, 150 frozen berries, Tesco's finest, and 20 grams of Meridian peanut butter that I'm no longer craving, thank fuck. I don't feel the need to put my hand in the jar and scoop it out like Winnie the Pooh anymore. I'm happy with 20 grams. So the training's done. I didn't want to turn this into like a long training video, but I did want to touch on obviously the supplement usage. So we've gone back in at kind of where we've been in the past with test, primo, the usual suspects. 450 test, 600 primo. Obviously things will be escalated. We're not throwing the kitchen sink at it from day dot. And obviously as we go along, food will be escalated as well as the cycle. Continuing to microdose. Usually do my things Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just works well in my head. Obviously if I have to do it more often, then I'll just slot it in on the other days, but Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, the usual days for me. You know, that's one thing I wanted to touch on actually, is that if you are spending money on the super subs, like I discussed earlier in the video, and you're not being structured with your shots, then you might as well just be slamming it in on one day like they did back in the day. You know, microdosing, there's a reason we do that, and that's obviously to keep the hormone balance as steady as we can. If you're doing it once a week, it's peaks and troughs, and you're just crashing your hormones and peaking them or whatever. So, you know, you need to be on it with that. And I understand people have got busy lives, routines, but that is your routine. You know, some people will have like such a structured week that they're working Monday to Friday 9 till 5. They know exactly when they're training, they know exactly when they're eating, and some of us, like myself, won't have that. I'm all over the shop, you know, here, there and everywhere. My structure is turbulent, but that is my routine. Like, you got to get used to it. That is it. It is what it is. So make sure you're doing what you got to do around that. Your shots, your cardio, your training, etc, etc. And I'll finish on that note while I eat my food before those berries melt, because as the boyos know, berries on top, we don't mix the berries in, so I need to eat that quick before they melt and sink in there. So thank you for watching. Another upload done. Like, comment, subscribe. Podcast being done today, hence why I'm in the podcast studio. Don't look at the mess behind you, hence why the camera's facing this way, not that way. And that podcast will drop midweek next week, so this will probably go up Sunday, and then the next podcast out on Wednesday. And if you haven't checked it out, check the last podcast episode with Carlos Thomas Jr., which dropped this morning. Very good episode. Super cool guy and dangerous guy on that pro stage. So he announced he's doing the Detroit Pro next year as his comeback show, so that'll be interesting. So once again, thank you for watching. Peace.